may be the most important video you ever hear in your life. First of all, because of my over 7 year, up to $4 million if I'm compensated, top martial arts challenge, $30,000 if I'm not. I've overkilled the fact that it is immoral to cheat me out of my right to lead. After all these years of being the only one in the divine order doing the right thing while everyone else is doing the wrong thing. It is not their place to even begin to question if I should be in charge. Now let's prove definitively, that I'm the Christ. And it could be no other way. That's why they changed my voice and image and so on and so forth. Proverbs 32, and poison me. Surely I am only a brute, not a man. I do not have human understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I attained to the knowledge of the Holy One. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Whose hands have gathered up the wind? So who has gone up to heaven and come down? There are several interpretations. There's only one true interpretation. The one that is the core interpretation. Everything else kind of helps you understand that interpretation. Okay, who has used martial arts? David and Goliath, right? Where the stone flies through the air. It strikes Goliath like lightning. Okay, but in its truest form, Jesus came to bring a sword is another way to allude to it. It is sparring, transferable skills, the double-edged sword of Scripture. What is in the sparring strike? Striking and striking. What is hidden in the strike? What is the essence, the heart, the core of the strike, the spiritual conveyance of the strike? Okay. Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is the name of his son? Surely you know. So this is where it gets complicated. Who has established the ends of the earth? God, and God has established his son as the king. Now you can look at it as Satan is the god of this world, and then you interpret it as it's someone else, not me. Okay, it is Satan. It is the richest person in the world, the council of rich people that rule over the world, the globalists, etc. The spirit of rich people, the spirit of the global neo-colonialist oppressor, etc. Okay, Satan is like a roaring lion. Jesus, the Lion of Judah. Satan likes to superimpose himself on God. Okay, the cult people that worship the devil, who are behind the churches that are allowed, etc., like to pretend that their way is God's way. Okay, so under the cloak, under the guise of deception, they have gathered up, they have established the ends of the earth in this world, looking at it from the point of view of the flesh, the point of view of the spirit, under the cloak of the only those who have eyes, because they walk in the way of righteousness along the path of justice, see God in me, in truth. Okay, so I've established it in a way that's hidden, in that only the righteous can truly appreciate it, because they think clearly, they think straight. Okay, so it's like a poem in a sense, where there's various interpretations, but you have to use the boundaries of righteousness and justice as the measuring line, the plumb line, as Isaiah would say. All right, so basically in Jeremiah 4, this part is key. A lot of pastors and preachers, they don't bring this up because they worship the devil. They certainly don't describe it the way I do. This part is key. Exodus 15:3, remember, the Lord is a warrior. Isaiah 42:13, the Lord's going to march out like a warrior, a champion. Psalm 19, the bridegroom's compared to his son, a champion rejoicing to run his course. Psalm 19:4-5. So Jeremiah 4, it says God is going to stir up a champion from the north, okay, who is going to be like a lion, taking vengeance on Jerusalem, on the Jews and those people who went astray in the world. So Jeremiah 4:11-12. It goes on to say, at this time, this people and Jerusalem will be told, a scorching wind again, from the barren heights in the desert blows toward my people, but not to winnow or cleanse. A wind too strong for that comes from me. A wind too strong for that comes from me. Now I pronounce my judgments against them. Remember, the sharp, double-edged sword of Scripture. Okay? Who can proclaim God's mighty acts? The top martial artists. That's why they superimpose their craftsman, sage, scribe, nerd, geek kind of bitch on me. And made it so I had to wear glasses, and made me out of shape and poisoned me. But you can still tell, if you look carefully, there's a warrior underneath this. Unlike when you look at the mason, unlike when you look at the politician, the sage, or the scribe. You just see geek. Okay? This has to be said. I'm sure you understand why that is. Verse 13, in case you're confused about what they're talking about. Look, he advances like the clouds. Okay? He advances like the clouds. Okay, and also in Jeremiah, in a different part, it talks about how the clouds is the warrior spirit. Again, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, or look, he advances like the clouds. His chariots come like a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe to us, we are ruined. So, like chariots. Okay, and again, the Bible is a point of reference to explain what someone like me already knows. Do I need to know that they compare it to the wind to know I'm the top martial artist? No. Do I need to know the scripture to know that I'm top martial artist? No. The Bible is Bible to confuse. It's a labyrinth. Okay, so he's talking about coming on the clouds. His chariots come like a whirlwind, whose hands have gathered up the wind. It's a warrior spirit they're referring to. Isaiah 9, I believe it is, mighty God. Exodus 15:3 again, the Lord is a warrior. Jesus comes on a cloud, right? He's depicted with a sword, riding a horse. That's metaphoric. It's symbolic. Okay? Hor, H-O-R, is not like Har, another name for horse, or Haru, by the way. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe to us, we are ruined. And what is the true idea the horse refers to? The hero. Just like there's different interpretations of the Bible, there's like a poem, there's different interpretations of horse like a poem. I interpret it as actually the Son of God, the top martial arts, the true interpretation, the true form. Form and for what? For truth, not for your psychology game. Verse 14, Jerusalem, wash away the evil from your heart and be saved. How long will you harbor wicked thoughts? That includes their romantic inclinations. Okay, the implications of their romantic inclinations and them shunning me. Psalm 18:42. I beat them as fine as wind blown dust. I trampled them like mud in the streets. Remember, Lion of Judah, Revelations, who's worthy to open the scroll? The Lion of Judah. Okay, I laid down my life only to take it up again and to strike the offspring, to strike the people and their offspring of those who rebelled and everyone else who's evil in the afterlife, as I am the pinnacle, I am the top, I am the highest point, I am the gate leading into the city. I am the way, the truth, and the life, the good shepherd going after the lost sheep. I am a warrior. I am the champion. I am the bridegroom. Okay? And they are changing my voice and my image because they are of the synagogue of Satan, a brood of vipers, a brood of evildoers. Their brain is afflicted. They don't know better than to fuck with me and God. Thank you.